most humble toad. He built universities. Then people started whispering about mass graves in the woods, midnight rituals, victims screaming. The Imperial Ravens would round up entire villages, and no one ever returned. The Ravens had come to Ubar scouting for ancient books said to be of great power. But the librarians had hidden the books, so they'd burnt the librarians. The citizens, outraged, had driven them off. The Ravens had come back with dropships. The kid had fled with one of those books. He was brave and dumb and wanted to join the rebellion. And Renato had promised his mother he'd protect him. The kid was looking down, watching his city burn. Sorry, kid, Renato told the kid. Look, if we give them the book, they'll leave you alone. My mother died for this book! I promised her I'd protect you. Oh, damn it. The kid had run off. With the book, of course. So Renato had to run after him. The two ravens were staring at the kid like he was their dinner, which probably was what was in their tiny brains. Hey, Renato said. They cocked their heads at him. Pick on someone as ugly as you. Wait, that didn't come out right. For the Emperor! The ravens cawed and rushed at him. A dropship flew overhead. He hoped they hadn't noticed him. The kid. Oh, right. The Gate of Heroes. Someone's idea of a joke, making the Skyship Docks a gated community. You needed a hero's sword to open it. And the kid was on the other side of the gate. Who let you through? Promise me you'll take the book to the rebels, or I'm gonna steal your ship. I'm not taking that damn book anywhere, and neither are you. Try and stop me, laughed the kid. I bet you don't even have a hero sword. And with that, the kid hopped away. Had to hand it to the kid. He was an idiot, but he had guts. Where was Renato going to get a hero sword? Ore and wind. Yes, perfect. A hero sword. QED. This is what he got for settling down and finding people to care about. The kid's mum had been a swell cook, and she'd laughed at Renado's jokes, even when he didn't know he'd made one. And then the ravens had come to burn her. And she'd made him promise to protect the kid. But she never told him where the book was. Just the kid. He came up to a ledge. It was too far to jump. There'd been a bridge here before, hadn't there? And there was Peter, giggling at him. "How'd you get across?" he asked the kid. "Where'd you find a hook?" "I hopped," said the kid. Wise-ass kid. "Hey, look out behind you!" "Cute," said Renato. Oh, ravens. It was time to talk some sense into the kid. Just hook his way across the ledge and chase the kid down. Thing was, he hadn't used his hook since he'd retired. How had he done it? Maybe if he meditated. At that altar there, he'd remember his old skills.
Witam, witam.
It was starting to come back to him. Something you never completely forgot, like how to freeze time when attacking. The more he fought, the more he'd probably remember. And there was the Farfarer. She was the fastest ship he'd ever known. She could do the Kessel run in 12 furlongs. Well, so the salesman had told him. And something told him the kid was about to walk into an ambush. "Stop!" he shouted. "I'm not giving you the book!" shouted the kid, and took off. "No! Peter!" But the kid ran for it,
Głupi królik.
and a goggler nailed him with its ivy.
Ups. Pieczony. Pieczony królik będzie. Oh shit, it is. That's the checkpoint.
The book was unburned. Next to it were the buckles from the kid's shoes, and a kid-sized pile of ashes. Damn it. Why hadn't he lied and told the kid he'd take the book to the rebels? The kid would be alive now.
A wyjdź do siebie do
Pissed
pokoju.
off and betrayed, but alive. Oh, damn it. Renato picked up the book. He couldn't let the Empire have it now. He was going to have to get it out of there. He'd be a wanted man. Probably have to join the rebellion just to have a place to dock. Well, he'd hated home life anyway. What was the big deal about this book anyway? Maybe he should open it and find out. All that had been years ago. How many? The war was a blur, and now 3 Raven scout ships were chasing him. "Where are you running, rebel?" cawed the Raven captain over the loud hailer. Renato could see them cranking up their catapults. "Just going out for milk?" Renato yelled back. "Where can you run?" laughed the Raven horribly. Far behind him, another city was burning. The dark cloud above its island was thousands of Imperial ships. The fleet was doing a thorough job.
Take us to the rebel base! I will spare your life!
It caught. The entire jury-rigged rebel fleet was only a few islands to the east. Beyond that were only the pillars of heaven. A sea of endless blood-colored tornadoes. The rebellion was out of time. Unless Renato could bring a game-changer. Maybe he could. Renato had found out where he could find the pieces of the Sky Ripper. The legendary weapon that had exiled the lost gods. Surely a legendary weapon could win the final battle. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino had sent Renato a desperate message saying he had a brilliant scheme to save the rebellion. If Renato could only rescue him. Renato dived the Farfarer towards the abyss. As he felt the heat of the jet stream, the Raven ships peeled off, not stable enough to follow him down there. Now it was time to choose. Lapino or the Sky Ripper?
Filipino.
Every child knew about the Sky Ripper. The Transcendent Emperor had buried its pieces. What could have brought them to light? This Emperor, Isengrim III, had once been kind, but he'd gone mad. And now he was conducting secret, obscene rituals to bring back the lost gods.
Dobra.
As he set foot on the island, Renato could not help but feel a tinge of guilt. He'd left Lapino behind. He hoped the Mad Rabbit had somehow escaped the Ravens. He hoped they hadn't eaten him. If they had, he hoped they hadn't eaten him alive. Why had he chosen the Sky Ripper? Renato never made plans that required constant vigilance. He was a hero. He didn't think too much. He just went with his gut and hoped it all worked out. The Sky Ripper was a long shot. He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescuing old friends. That was against his nature. Could he stick with it? This chest was filled with reprints of the entire Sandman series. Reprints? What was the point of collecting those? Ooh, and there was something else. Who needed bridges anyway?
Skrzynka. O, proszę.
Who are you looking at? Oh, right. No one.
O, shit, chowaj się. Ajajajajaj, tu dwa są. One się wymieniają. Dużo życia zabierają. Dobra.
The people who had built this castle, did they even know what monstrous weapon lay hidden within their walls? The Sky Ripper could destroy anything it touched, or so the legend said. As the Transcendent Emperor had fought the lost gods, thousands of thousands had died. But Renato had been through wars. The only merciful war was a short one. He wasn't that good. Yet.
No co tu trzeba? No dobra, no. Skill, buy the skill. Nie mam jak kupić skilla. Nie mam za co.
Renato's blood was up. He just needed to smash something.
Co? No. Możesz.
Hero wall. Hero sword. Ice wall. Ice cube. Renato felt ready to take on new powers.
Poczekać gdzie chwilę, telewizor musi się podchodzić. Musisz chwilę poczekać, żeby telewizor... Dobra, zostaw, poczekaj, nic nie rób.
Ooh, sparkly, thought Renato.
Dobra, teraz się przełącz. No teraz się przełącz, mówię. No przełącz już. Ty jesteś głuchy, bez kitu. To jest to? Na pewno, to jest telewizja, jak to gada. Dobra. O, w dupę.
Didn't your mother tell you it's rude to stare? Snapped Renato, a little smug.
No jak mnie zobaczył, jak przecież go od pleców zaszłem. O, w dupę, co za gra. Dobra, spokój. Paweł, Paweł!
Can't we just agree to disagree? Said Renato. No?
Puzzle. Renato loved puzzles. Except that he couldn't figure them out. On the other hand, if there was a puzzle, it was probably meant to keep people away from something good. See? That wasn't so hard. Was starting to come back to him. Something you never completely forgot, like how to freeze time when attacking. The more he fought, the more he'd probably remember. There it was. Skyripper's armature. The stuff that dreams are made of. Engineers' dreams, anyway. The device was intricate. No one alive had the skill to make a thing like it. How was it part of a weapon at all? He'd have to ask a scientist. But first, he'd get the second piece. Skyripper had a heart. A core that had come to rest on the next island. Well, there was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions. She must be encamped there still. But fighting Zenobia now... that made no sense at all. He'd already sacrificed one friend to get this armature, was it? He didn't need to hurry to face her. She would find him. Renato asked himself why he changed course to confront Zenobia. He'd no idea. Sometimes he would just do things and...
Raz. Zbieraj.
Truth is, though, he wanted to see her, wasn't it? It had been a dozen years since Swordfru School. He'd followed every rumor about her, every scrap of news. Not that he still loved her. After all, she was his enemy. No, it was solely because know your enemy. But it would be great to see her. Even if they faced off across sword points, as they'd done so many times at school. The world was a less interesting place without her.
Co ty, Paweł, robisz?
Ice walls only let you through if they knew you were cool.
Musisz stukać? No ja. Spoko.
Well, the eyes have had it. Renato wasn't entirely sure how he was going to capture Zenobia. She'd be expecting him. And he didn't have Lapino to cook up a clever plan. Why was it again that he hadn't got the core?
Sort. O kurde. Ten już mogę niedługo mieć. Ten. Spoko.
Renato hoped his mother wasn't watching.
Po co nic wydają, to jak to?
Renato wondered if he could learn to cook this way. Probably not.
Się nie cofniesz.
Renato slinked through Zenobia's ship, making no sound at all. Where were her guards? Finally, He reached her bedroom. She was...
That makes no sense. It's a trap.
shouted the Emperor.
I'll meet you at the outpost, and I'll bring my interrogators.
If
Co ty masz
Renato
na
came
tym
face
stole?
to
Chodź
face
tutaj.
with the Emperor,
No jak nie masz? Masz
maybe
siniaka chyba.
he
Gdzieś
would
się
assassinate
walnęłeś.
him. But maybe it would be smarter and safer to turn Zenobia against her father.
No to zobacz.
What are you doing? Asked Zenobia. Did you ever wonder?
Tak?
What kind of proof could you possibly have? She said as they landed.
A, no. Mhm.
Renato felt a little better.
Iść na górę.
No wiem. Życie sobie zbieram. Bo mam mało.
Ja wiem jak się to miało robić.
These platforms were great. Renato wanted one for his house.
Puste? Wyłącz ten telewizor, jak go nie oglądasz. Proszę cię.
Zobacz tam.
Renato had been the terror of the sandcastles when he
Paweł,
was
ja
two.
wiem. Spoko.
Spoko. Też ci.
Co? O ty. Co to ja mam teraz? Czekaj. Coś z tym mam. Nie wiem, no coś kupiłem, no i co? Cicho. Przez ciebie nie wiem co teraz odkryłem. Odejdź!
O,
Czekaj, perfect skill. Aha, że jak uderzę. Aha, dobra. Od razu. Chyba robić tak dobrze.
jeszcze więcej.
No, jestem coraz lepszy, mam coraz więcej przeciwników, nie? No, zaraz mnie powalą.
Well, you should see the other guy.
No i to zostało mi 20% życia, widziałeś?
Jesteś dobry, stary.
Tak, dobrze.
Jesteś dobry. Musisz być
Dobra,
dobry,
spoko.
dobry, dobry.
O,
Tu lepiej.
no jeszcze kamień jakiś. Dobra.
He'd once met a pirate captain. He used
Whoa.
hooks to get around his ship. What was his name again?
Dobrze ci czujesz?
She caught up with him.
Tak?
She seemed
Dawaj.
troubled.
Dobra, odejdź!
Out
Paweł,
with it,
daj
he
pograć.
said. He sent his ravens to search for an ancient crystal. Something called The Iblis stone. Iblis? Isn't he one of the lost gods? He shivered. A stone dedicated to one of the lost gods. Well, that could give great power. But what would the god demand in return?
I wonder what I could make with all these sword crafting materials, thought Renato.
With all the secrets he revealed to the Emperor, the Ravens were probably heading for the secret base. Renato began to wonder if there would be anyone left to save, if Zenobia changed sides.
A crafting bench. Renato wondered what he could make with it.
There was an inscription on the platform. Balaleka lessons, with an address.
Snack time, boys! Thought the lead raven.
Ooh, Renato hated warlocks. The way they stayed back and lobbed pain and death from a distance. Cowards. Really dangerous, effective cowards. Renato had learned so much. It was time to turn it into something he could use.
Chodzi o ten miecz, żeby otwierać te bramy, a tam w tych bramach są dużo skarbów jest. O, chyba twojej. Nie opieraj się o krzesło, powiedziałem. Paweł! Popatrz, to rozwalili.
The observatory was a burning hulk. Dead scientists and black feathers everywhere. The Ravens had burned the reanimated witness to cinders. Renato was... I don't know. Let's go to the fleet and ask him. Yes. I'll meet you in the mountains. There's something I have to get first. But could he afford to meet her in the mountains? He'd given the Empire the location of the secret rebel base. They would need rescuing.